Hello guys, welcome back to today's mathematics class. We shall be continuing with our previous class. We are still on this number based system, and here is the question 9. Question 9 is that change 43 to base 5 to number in base 3. We're told to solve to change this 432 in base 5 to number in base 3. So let's look at the way we solve it. Okay, let me take my pen out. So let's look at the way we solve it. Now this is under when you're converting under other bases to under bases. The first thing you have to do here, you have to convert this one to is in base 5, and we're told to change it to base 3. So the first thing you have to do here is to convert this particular base 5 to base 10, and then you find it more easy to convert it back to base 3. Okay, let's do that. So in order to do that, I'll be in this video I'll be using a binary code. I'll be using a number-based code to solve it for you. For those of you who are not familiar with this question is from Jamb question. I would like you to solve it using a very simple tips for you guys to learn how to solve it in a very fast way without using a special method. I will teach you on that method of solving this kind of question. So study the end of this video. Let's go how we can solve it. So you have 3 and 2 in base 5. Let's change this to what? Base 10. I said earlier I'll be using number based code to solve this. I'll be using number based code to solve this question, where I'll be generate code for base 5. Now in previous class I've explained it also how to generate code for any base. I've explained it, but in this, for the sake of this video, I'll also explain it because I want to be using the number based code to solve this particular question in a very fasted way, so you can learn also to solve it. This is another method. It may be different to the method you have taught in school. Yes, it may be different. So let's go. We have this one. If you generate a code for base 5, you start from 1. I always said it. You start for the number 1 to generate the next code. How many digits do you have here? You have 1, 2, 3. That's 3 digits. So you just need just 3 code. Okay, you just need just 3 code. Now we are starting for the first code. The first code is 1. If it is base 8, base 9, any kind of base, you start from 1. So the next code will be because you are working toward base 5. To get the next code now, multiply this one by 5. That is equal to what? That is equal to 5. And then to get the next code now, you have to multiply this 5 by 5 again, because of what we are working towards what? Base 5. So you have to be what? To be multiplied by 5. So that is 5 times 5. That is equal to what? 25. Assume that we still need more code. Here we have 2 digits. You just need just 3 code. Assume that you still need more code. Once you generate another more code, you multiply this 25 by 5. That gives us 120 what? 125. So, but for the sake of this question, we just need 3 digits. Okay, we are given 4, 3, 2. That is 3 digits. So we need just 3 code. We need just 3 codes, and these are the code we need. Start from the right here. We have 1, 2, 3. So we stop at this place. That means we have 25. Okay, 25 and 5 and 1. These are the code we need. Now what we just have to place on this number here, 43, we place under it. The first one is 2 here. We place under this 2. This right hand side there to be at the first right hand side there. Next one we have a 3, and next one we have 4. Are we getting now? Now this one simply means that we are multiply this times this. Okay, multiply this times this. We are multiply this times this. Okay, 25 times 4, that gives us 100 plus. Okay, 5 times 3, that is equal to 15. Okay, plus around 1 times 2, that is equal to 2. So when we add it together, that gives us 117 in base 10. So when you are converting 43 to base 5 to base 10 is equal to 117 base 10. Now we have converted this one to base 10. Now the next thing, because the question says to convert to base 3 now, so from this place now, let's convert it to base 3. Okay, let's convert it to base 3. So if you are converting to base 3, I will also be using the number base code for base 3 to also solve this. Listen carefully. I'll also be using number base code to convert it from base 10 to base 3. I'll also be using the number base code also. to solve that. Now let me generate the number base code for base 3. As I told you, we always start from 1. Okay, so let's start from 1. Now to get the next code for base 3, that we multiply this 1 times 3, that's equal to what? 3. That is the next code. Now to get the next code here, multiply this 3 by 3, that is equal to what? 9. And want to get the next code again, multiply this 9 times 3, that's equal to what? 27. So that means you have 27. And now to get the next code again, you have to multiply this 27 by 3, that's equal to what? 81. Now if we can do, if you want to get the next code, you multiply this one by what? By 3 again, you get the next code. So what we just have to do here, we want to convert this 1117 to the base 3. We want to use this number base code. Now you look at it now. We have if you multiply this one times 3, it will be more times, it will be double of this. Okay, it will be double of this, which is bigger than this number. So that is the reason why I stop at this place. I get now. So if you say that if we should make like this, that 81 times 3 will give us 243. 243 is bigger than the number where you want to convert. So you don't need that, you don't need a number that's bigger than this starting number. So that is why I have to stop here. This 81 is still less than this. Now you will not look at what are the number you can add it together here. You can add it together here that can give you 117. What are the number that multiply together here? We added together this plus this plus this that will give you what? 117. So if you start doing the number very well, if you add this 81 plus 27 plus 9 will give us what? 117 if you add it. If you add 81 plus 27 plus 9 will give us 117. Do you take note of that? So that means that this 81 will multiply by 1. Okay, and this 27 multiplied by 1, and also this 9 multiplied by 1. Why the others? This 3, because it's not added together to give us this thing, to give us this 117. This 3 will be multiplied by 0, and this 1 will be multiplied by 0. So what did that mean? That 81 times this will give us 81. Okay, plus 27 times 1, that will give us what? 27, plus 9 times 1, that give us 9, 3 times 0, that give us 0, plus 1 times 0, that give us 0. So when you add it together now, you get your 81 plus 27 plus 9 plus 0 plus 0, that give us 117. 117. So that means that is equal to what? 117. So those are the number we have here. Have added together that give us this 117. Now in order to convert it to base 3, that will be equal to this. The answer is equal to this, and we're converting to base 3. If you go to base 3, the answer is to be equal to this. I get them to be equal to, you can say therefore, okay, so therefore when you are converting 3 to base 5, okay, to base 3 is equal to 11100. I get that it's called 1100 in base 3. So that will be the answer. That will be the answer. So let's just, in case maybe you didn't really understand this method, let me explain for you from this place how you can do it. Use the method used where I'll be using the division method. So let's solve it another way. Around. So let's convert for this place. Let's convert this one from this base 10 to base 3. So that will be 117. We want to convert it to base 3. That means that we'll be dividing by what? By 3. I get on. Means that we'll be divided by 3. So when you divide this one by 3, 117 divided by 3, that will give us as 39. Does it as meter? It does as meter. So that means it is of 0. So when we go again, that's divided this one 39 by 3. 39 by 3, that will give us what? 13. Then we have 13. Doesn't have any meter. Does not have any meter. That is meter of 0. So if you go again, divided by 3, okay, 13 divided by 3, that will be equal to, it goes in 4 times. Okay, it goes in 4 times. If you use a calculator, 13 divided, if you use a calculator, let me try to wrap this one up. If you use a calculator, that is 13 divided by 3, it will give us as 4.33333 like that. You understand? So the remainder is not 3. It's only go the whole number. You write the whole number. 3, how many 3 can see in 13? It goes in 4 times. Now to get your remainder, so the remainder is not 3. I was not 3. To get your remainder, you have to multiply this 4 times 3, that is 12. Then you subtract it from this 13, that will give us remainder 1. So that means our remainder is equal to 1. If you use calculator, this is what we get. Just write the whole number as it goes, and this decimal point is not that it is this 3 here is not the remainder. To get the remainder, this whole number here, 4 times 3, that is equal to 12, and subtract 12 from 13 is remainder 1. That means that it remains 1. Now if you go again, okay, 3 divided by 4, it goes 1 times, and that is the remainder of what? 1. I get now. Now if we should go again, sorry, I see something is written here before. Let me try to clean it up. Try to clean. I've used this note before. Okay, now we have to get again divided by 3. So 2 divided by 1, it's not possible you write 0. This one to be remainder, that's the middle of 1. So now if you want to write it right from the bottom to the top, okay, from the bottom to the top, so that will be equal to, we have 1, okay, the second one and third one, and we have 0 0. So that will be in base 3. So when you are converting this one to base 3, this is what we get. Therefore, when you are converting from this 432 in base 5, this is what we get in base 3. That is just the simple way to solve it. If you want to use this number based code, you can use it to solve it some of the same method. You can see that we get the same answer. This and this are the same answer. Thank you guys. Let's meet to the next class for another interesting mathematics class. I wish you meet in the next class.